Fellow Malawians, for all of us, the start of a new year offers the hope of new beginnings and new opportunities. This is because for all of us, we look back over the year that just ended and we see two things that affect the way we look ahead at the new year. The first thing we see when we look back over the year that has just ended are the pleasant gains that God accrued to us so that we can carry those things into the new year with a renewed spirit of gratitude, as well as the painful losses God allowed us to suffer so that we can carry our crosses in the new year with a renewed spirit of faith. While it is good to do this reflection at a personal level, it is just as crucial to do that at a national level. On the side of national gains, this past year we made progress on so many roads around the country. We saw a train arriving in the capital from outside Malawi for the first time in 2 decades, and arriving in the Owashiri from outside Malawi for the first time in 4 decades. We gave each constituency in the country 200 million kwacha for development projects that are now visible in every constituency, including new district council offices in some, new bridges in others, new stadia in others, new markets in others, new police stations in others. We mobilized over 300 billion kwacha in off-budget support to procure emergency food for 5.7 million Malawians who lost their crops to drought conditions, which were brought about by El Nino weather. We reached millions of vulnerable Malawians with various forms of support, including social cash transfers for some, AIP fertilizers for others, collateral-free loans from NEEF for others, and bags of maize from Dodma for others. We saw the restoration of donor confidence in our finance management reforms and the return of budgetary support to Malawi for the first time in a decade. We saw the consumer price index drop for the first time in months to signal the stabilization of inflation. We brought happiness to thousands of families and communities of teachers, police officers, soldiers, and chiefs who received promotions for the first time in years. We raised wages for civil servants and built houses for our security agencies, two groups of people who work hard and deserve our support. We saw 7 million Malawians registering to vote, beating the numbers who registered in the last election, doing so peacefully and freely. And most importantly, despite many attempts by some to divide us and descend the country into chaos by committing or encouraging acts of political violence and tribal discrimination, we have maintained a spirit of unity as Malawians and lived in peace with each other. So these are just a few of the national gains that I am thankful for as I look back at 2024, and it is because of them that I look forward to 2025 with a new sense of resolve to push for even more gains for you and your family. But despite these national gains, I also look back at 2024 and see our national losses. The three biggest ones being the loss of our late Vice President, Right Honorable Chilima, and 8 others in a plane accident in June. The loss of close to half of our food crops due to El Nino weather that devastated 23 out of our country's 28 districts. And the loss of life and property caused by excessive rain and thunder this past month. As we carry these crosses into the new year, I call upon each of you to take it as your responsibility to care for each other and comfort one another, and to keep away from those who try to use these national losses as an opportunity to divide us and rub salt into our injuries. Similarly, when we are reflecting on the new year, the second thing we see when we each look back over the year that just ended is where we have done well so that we can take steps, new steps to do better, but also where we have not done well so that we can make new resolutions to make changes. And again, as much as this reflection is important to do at a personal level, it is also good to do it in matters of governance at a national level. That is why over the past few weeks, I have been reflecting on the changes I need to make at the start of this new year in order to bring renewed energy, focus, efficiency, and speed to the services that we provide to you as government. I'm therefore happy to announce that I have concluded this exercise by creating a new configuration for my cabinet, which my office will publish and announce tonight. With this team, we will work harder than ever to make your lives better this year and beyond this year. But as always, for that to happen, I will be counting on your support every step of the way, because the government that I lead is your government. Thank you all for listening. God bless you, and Happy New Year.